Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. First, if you have any doubt our society has an alcohol problem, you won't after this. Night after night, these two bouncers see the fights, the brawls, and the sheer stupidity drunks cause. We're about to take you right there with them.
From fake IDs to those who've had a few too many,
they will not let me in for no reason.
the dangerously intoxicated and alcohol-fueled brawls. It's just another night on the job for these bouncers.
If they're drunk before they enter, 2 drinks in, they're gone. Makes us look bad, makes the pub look messy.
We're on the door of this popular hotel, watching the action through the eyes of Buffy and Caleb. They have the final say on who gets inside. It's a Wednesday night, although it's anything but quiet. It's student night. Hundreds of young people taking to the streets in fancy dress costumes, looking for a good time.
How many drinks have you had? What makes this pub unique is that not only do you have to show your driver's licence upon entry, but they actually take a scanned copy and match that against a photograph of your face, meaning if you cause any trouble, they know exactly who you are.
The biggest feedback has been, especially from the females, is that they feel much safer in an establishment where we can identify someone that may be a risk.
And it's not long before somebody's been caught out.
So the guy that came in with the IDs, the first one, we were a bit unsure, can't see his face. After a secondary ID, they don't match up all the details, so just a quick procedure to do is just ask them to sign their signature twice lines, to match up.
What made you pick up on it in the first place that it affects us?
Check the first ID,
Yeah.
it's all scratched out.
Yep.
So it could be his old brother or something.
He's turned away his ID confiscated.
How often do you see IDs that you think might be fake or there's something wrong with them?
Generally about 20 times a night.
20 times a night you see fake IDs?
Yeah. I suspected fakies. Yeah.
One of the biggest problems bouncers are contending with is preloading. People already drunk before even buying a drink.
If you don't pre-drink, it's not as good in the eye.
Mostly before we come out, we have like a 4-pack or something. And that gets us fairly tipsy so we don't have to spend too much money.
It's just 10 o'clock at night and we found this girl around the corner, unconscious and lying in a gutter. Her concerned friends gathered around her before an ambulance takes her away.
And the problem is, if they preload on the way or outside the venue, they can walk inside and within half an hour they can be drunk. It's hard to monitor them when they come through.
Their best chance of telling who's drunk already is spotting the telltale signs.
Just their body sway, whether or not they're paying attention to you or if they're going out of their way to sort of hide, their mates will crowd around them.
And there are plenty singled out.
Oh, okay. It's like, yeah, I'm okay. And then, how many dish has? I had about 3.
They reckon I had too much to drink.
He reckons he's had 3.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to go home or are you going to wait a bit?
No, I'm going to go run around back and jump over the fence.
10 minutes later, he did.
I was trying to do it with my friends.
They get up in people's cars and launch themselves on the
This wall here, that's pretty high.
Straight down the back there.
And they jump over and then they land in the pub.
Land in the pub, on people.
This fence jumper won't be allowed in for the rest of the night.
Do you hear every excuse from drunk people trying to get in?
You do, yeah. Like, some of them come with some pretty colourful excuses. Like, the most common things they just, like, you see someone come and ask me everything, so how'd they say too?
Other tactics used to try to get through security surrounding the drunkest person with reasonably sober friends.
Yeah, when like heaps of people try and get in at the same time. Is he really still? Yeah, they really try and act quiet, and you can tell the drunk person because they're not talking.
And they all practice their best sober face.
You see, fuck him. He knows what he's doing. He's down with 2 joints.
Newcastle has some of the toughest alcohol restrictions in Australia. Early lockouts, no shots and a 3 a.m. closure time. The Cambridge Hotel is run by Graham Hill. Last year, the hotel saw a 50% reduction in the number of violent incidents.
It's been probably the biggest reason that's brought everything under control.
They now share their troublemaker list with other hotels in the area.
Within minutes, every other hotel is aware of them being papered, whereas in the old days, if he played up here and we kicked him out, he could just go on the next hotel.
But there's still a problem of alcohol-fueled violence. We arrived on the scene at a nearby club moments after a street brawl. A young man was kin-hit on the road, these officers swooping on the person they believe responsible. For these bouncers on the front line, they're dealing with this every night.
Is it mainly verbal abuse, or do you ever cop physical abuse as well?
It's mainly verbal. Then 3 times out of 10 we'll escalate physical.
At one stage we were ranked one of the highest most dangerous venues in New South Wales. Now we're pretty much not even on the list. Between the ID scanner, the new regulations and the police presence, everything's got.
It is extremely tough job. I believe we've probably got the best security in the town. They're happy to work here, they love working here, and we like them.
And if you have a story or an issue you'd like us to investigate,